This is my main power plant. It generates roughly 15,000 megawatts of power and is currently my biggest power generating plant on the map. And it's actually running at 100% efficiency, which I'm pretty proud of. Now, in the last episode, we started building up the start of our brand new nuclear power plant. We haven't connected anything up yet, so it still looks pretty plain. Everything looking all clean and neat, and we must destroy it. My goal is to get these up and running, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it in this episode because there's so many things to worry about before connecting the final pieces and getting the generators running. I mean, we haven't even set up a constructor section yet. By the way, I built this battery tower so we can jumpstart the power plant when the time comes, with 100,000 megawatts of power just waiting for us to use it. All in all, big plans today. Lots to do, lots to pipe, lots to belt, and lots to power. So grab your popcorn. It's gonna be a packed one. So here is my Satisfactory modeler. So I've been trying to calculate everything out, and this is what I have so far. So just for 32 uranium nuclear power plants, I have to have 64 water extractors. 16 manufacturers plus 16 more right here. It's gonna be a doozy. And what I'm gonna do is I think I'm going to work backwards. I think that's gonna be the easiest thing. So the first thing we need to do is get the water. So I need to get these pipes around this corner, over here, around this other corner, up here, and situated up there so that I can just take water whenever I need it. However, we need more water extractors. You think this is a lot, but it's not even near enough. Like, I'm only trying to pipe the nuclear power generators, and I need 64. This is only 56. That's crazy, because I thought this was overkill, but it's not even enough. So I'm gonna add some more water extractors, get these piped. We're just gonna jump right to it, because oh my god, that is so many water extractors. So I'm thinking I might go up one more stack and just expand outwards. I don't know how that's gonna work though. Actually, that might be the way to go, because because all I'd have to do is add on top of these. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add a bunch more expanding out that way. This is gonna look crazy because I added 65 more water extractors for a total of 121. And I went ahead and cooked up a little blueprint to be able to house all of these. Look at this. That's 7 across, 9. Oh my god. I don't know if this is going to be viable, because this provides 10 meters of head lift, I think. Right? That's what it says, right? So 10 meters upwards. These right here, these walls, this is 4. So 4, 8. Yeah. We're probably gonna need some pumps, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe I should have went further out instead of going up. Or I could do the whole trick and make all of these go up first. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do that. I'll figure something out. So essentially, everything above the 4th pipe, I'm going to have to put a pump. And then I'm gonna have to put another pump on basically all of them to go up. This is gonna be fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing these rows individually, and then we'll figure out the pump situation afterwards. I'm essentially just gonna do the same thing as I did here. Connect each pipe, or I mean each extractor up to each other. So these will be connected, these will be connected, and then I'll put junctions, and then do all the pipe support. Ooh. Do all the pipes. God damn it! Do all the pipe supports and get them all up to this level. This is going to be a lot of water. Like, a lot of water. Doing the math, that's 1, 2, 3, that's 9 by 7. So 9 times 7 at 63. 63 times 600. We are going to be outputting 37,800 units of water, whatever the units are called, m to the third power or whatever. That's a lot of water. So let me go ahead and pipe all this crap up. First row down, many more to go. Job's done. Now we have to figure out where to put all of the pumps. This should be pretty interesting because starting at about the 4th one up, so about here, I actually don't know. I don't know where the pumps would be. I guess I'm gonna figure that out. Fun stuff. So just to make sure that we don't have any issues with the head lift, I'm going to start putting pumps at 8 meters. Now, these automatically do 10 meters of head lift. So these are good. So up to here, so I'm gonna start putting the pumps right here on this section. So if I put, it's logistics, right? Yep. All right, so if we go like this, we could see where it ends up at. And it looks like it gets us all the way to the top. So let's go like this. Place that there. And then I want to see. Okay, so I don't think we might only need one. Because I'm not seeing. Yeah, I'm not seeing a marker. So, I just don't know, man. So let's see if I put one below here. All right, I'm going to hit H so I can see where it's going. Okay, it looks like it ends right here. Okay, so right here is where it ends. So we're gonna have to put some pumps right there too. So let's go ahead and place that. And then I wanna see if this snaps. I think we're just gonna go ahead and put them right here because if I place that, it should go around this corner. It doesn't go around the corner. Wait a minute. If these generate, hold on, let's go ahead and place that there. So these generate 50 meters upwards. So that should suffice right there. So I'm gonna actually hook this up and we're gonna test it out just to be on the safe side. So I'm gonna go ahead and route some power down here just temporarily, just so we can test that and make sure. I'm gonna have to do this, go 9 by 1. And then I need to line it up. All right, so it's right there. So I'm gonna put it over here. And if we see the indicator, so we have that right there. So if we see that that is blue, then we'll know that there's water. So let's go ahead and just test this with the top one. Hopefully it works, because I don't want to do this just based on the marker. I want to make sure that it's actually running. So we're only going to power these back to, and obviously the pump, and we're going to see if this actually works. Probably just going to pull the, I was going to say pull the power from the batteries, but there's no point when I have power lines like right here. So like I said, it's just going to be temporary. So we're just going to go straight across here. All right, we're going to go ahead and power this up. Power this up. I do need to overclock them, which I need power shards for. I just did a lot of slug hunting, so hopefully we have enough freaking slugs or power shards to hold us over. I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, so let's see where this ends. So, okay, good there, good there. Okay, so no, it's actually filling up. Wait, what? How? I'm so far above. We don't even need a pump? Seriously? Maybe... maybe when I snap it to this, it resets at that level, and then only counts this pipe as being the head lift. I might be onto something here. We don't even need a pump. That's amazing. So we're just gonna do this without pumps because we don't need them, apparently. Wait, where'd the other 2 pumps go? Did I already delete them? I guess so. So that is awesome. That is really awesome. So now I'm just gonna pipe all these up, get them raised up here. Obviously, we'll need some pumps for over there, which is actually gonna suck really bad because I'm gonna have to do the pumps individually because there's so many pipes. If I were to pipe everything first, then I would not be able to reach these pipes in here. So yeah, that's gonna really suck. And I've been manually piping these anyway because I can't get the blueprint auto connect to work how I need it to. It like tries to connect all weird and stuff. So I'm just gonna pipe them all manually. I think that's gonna be the way to go. All right, I got everything all calculated out, all the distances. I just need to connect all these pipes up. And then once we get to here, I'm gonna have to individually pump each pipe. Should be good times. All right, got all these ran. Now for the fun part of pumping each individual freaking pipe. This is gonna take forever. And these are 4 meters. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We would need a 10th one for it to be 40 meters. And just to double check, this gives 50 meters of head lift. So we only need 1 pump, and I'm going to place the pumps right here. That way, we know for sure we can get up there. And then we'll have to place more pumps, you know, as we go up to the 2nd floor of the generators and all that good stuff. Because all these pipes, most of them are going to go to the generators right over here. And then a lot of them are also going to go over to these blenders. But I said we are working backwards. So these pipes, the first pipes we're going to run are to the power generators. So let me go ahead and get all this set up. This is gonna be crazy. I also need to power these. So there's 7 here. So what I'm gonna do is, dude, this is gonna suck because that's a lot of freaking power. I wish these had 2 power connectors. Do they? They do not. Replace that again. So yeah, I'm gonna have to really think about the power. So Mark II is how many connections? 7. So we can't use these. That sucks. So we're gonna have to use our Mark VIs, and I'm not sure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place poles like right here. Oh no. I need to come back. So we'll actually put it up against the wall like that. And then we'll have 7 poles all the way back up against the wall. And we should be able to just run them directly from the pole. And I guess it'll look kind of cool because you'll see a wave of wires right here, and then like right here, and then right here. So hopefully it looks cool. I actually made quite the boo-boo. So when I'm going up like this, only the bottom 2 are gonna look good. The middle ones are actually gonna end up clipping. So I'm gonna have to do a ceiling right here and then do 9 ports. This should be lovely. So I'm gonna have to tear all this stuff down. But we got it done. And this is what 37,800 units of water looks like. This is insane. I was not expecting this massive of a freaking build. So now we have the pipes up here. Now it's time to start running these bad boys. So we're gonna have to bring the pipes over here. Gonna utilize all of this space right here, and I don't know how I want to do this, but I gotta do some math, figure out how many pipes go to how many nuclear reactors. My brain is starting to hurt. Actually, looks like each one will take 1 pipe, so this is gonna be actually really freaking easy. So we got consumption down here, And this is fully overclocked because that's what we're basing this all off of. So 600 per minute, that's perfect. 1 pipe per reactor. Sick. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working out the logistics. We have 32, so we're gonna have to bring 32 pipes over this way. So I'm probably going to go ahead and, I don't know, so that's gonna be 7, 14, 28, 9, 30, 31. So I'm gonna have to figure out 1, 2, 3, that's 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So maybe I'll just use the top 4 right here. That way they're all like, I don't know. Or maybe I could just go, I'm just undecided if I want to go from the bottom up. I think that's gonna be the way to go. So doing this row, all of this row, all of this row, and then 4 from this row. That way they're as close to the ground as possible. And then I think like these first 8 will go to, 16. So I need 16. So that's 14, 15, 16. And then the rest of these will go up top. I don't know. I'm gonna see what I come up with. Actually, I'm gonna try out this design. I think it'll be easier to manage. So that's 7, 14, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So all of these pipes, go ahead and save this blueprint. So we're gonna go 32 pipes. Cool. And then we'll clear that. So hopefully this one works well. I don't know how this is gonna work, but it should be good times. One thing I am probably most excited about after I get all this stuff like piped and belted is doing the architecture, because I plan on having walkways all over. I plan on putting, actually I want to replace these with the concrete bricks because or the concrete pillars, because I think that looks better. And I'm going to decorate it similar to this. I'm still trying to figure out the roof here, but I want it to kind of look like a skyscraper. And I want to do the same thing with all of these. Obviously with these ones, there'll be doors and walkways inside of them. These are too packed together, and I'm not going to ever have to go in there anyway. They're connected. They're going to stay connected. No reason to go in. But yeah, I want everything to look like these buildings, and I think it's going to look so cool. Like, you guys, there's a few of you guys throughout the series who commented stuff about like making it look like a city. That's what this is gonna look like. Granted, it is going to be an area that we don't really frequent afterwards, because this is gonna have a lot of nuclear waste. Obviously, we don't want to be over here after we get everything situated, because we don't want to die from radiation, and we definitely don't want to go through all of our filters. I am actually running low on filters, so I need to get those crafted up. But yeah, this is, I'm so excited to build all of this. So we're still a ways away from actually getting this powered up, but once we do, it is going to look so freaking awesome, and I cannot wait. I need to get rid of these. There we go. Now I don't have any clippy wires. Power is another thing that I want to do right way. I'm going to be individually doing, you know, power poles, or not power poles, but wall. Oh, I didn't know that these had like legs that go through. Wait a minute. That's weird. So this one prompted the legs for that. So normally when you have it on an uneven surface, it'll automatically generate legs to like even it out. And for some reason that one did that. You can see there's legs that go down, but on this one there's not. Okay, it's kind of weird. I might have to replace this one because that's gonna bug me. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I'm gonna continue on with this piping. I am almost done actually, so it's gonna look really cool once we have all these piped up. But let's continue. So with this part, we're gonna have to kind of offset the pipes off in the distance. Pretty easy, but I want to show you guys how I'm actually doing it. So what I'm doing is I'm lining this up like so, and hitting H to freeze it, and then lining up the pipe. Whoops. this way and then this way. So there's the pipe lined up. And now I probably should have done it on that one, but go 2 over. So that lines up with this pipe right here. And then we go 2 more over. And then we literally just go all the way down. So I'll just walk down here and then basically spam the arrow key. And then we go about, I'd say about right here. Place that, place the pipe in there. We might have some issues with this one over here. I'm not sure though, because I need to go like this, and hit H, bring it down twice so it lines up with that one, and then need to figure out, so that lines up with that one, so 1, 2, like that. Go into there. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have some issues with the last 2. I'm not sure what to do about that. I might be able to just go up 1. And then this will end up being, yeah. All right, so that's what we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna come down 2, and then we're gonna come all the way over here. So about right there. And then we're gonna do the same thing with this one. Down 2 to line it up, and then arrow key all the way over here, and this should give me the line up line. There we go. Now we know it's like that. Sick. And then this will have to do, I don't know, what looks the best? Straight. I guess straight actually looks the best. So nice and symmetrical. And then this can go like that. And then we'll have to figure out the rest after we get down there. But I just wanted to give you guys a little rundown of how I'm doing these pipes. So, oh, there you go. And then after deleting all of the pipe supports, everything looks nice, neat, and tidy. Now I just gotta hook these up to this, or at least 8 of them. So I need to figure out what 8 we're gonna do. Probably, dude, I don't even know. Probably take these 8 since it's on the end and we have to like curl off. Yeah, I think that's gonna be how we do it. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should have taken the these and then another one right here, because that's 1. Oh, never mind. So it would just be 2. Okay, so I don't know if I want to redo that. Well, it would actually kind of be an easy fix, because I would just have to route these 2 pipes and then 1 more pipe here and then just delete. So that's gonna be, no, I'd only have to do 2 more. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So I need to figure out exactly how I want to pipe these. So we're gonna take some of these, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go, actually, I don't know, because I need to do these 4 on this side, which means I'm gonna need 3 horizontal ones and 1 on top. So 3 horizontal, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to change the shape. All right, I'm gonna figure something out. This is what I've come up with so far. Trying to keep everything as straight and uniform as possible. Like this angle right here kind of bugs me, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Same with, well, this is intended, but I decided I'm gonna use the outside ones as much as possible and then just do all the routing and stuff so that we're not overlapping pipes. So I was thinking about going from the bottom ones, but I don't think that would have worked very well. I don't know. It might have, might not have. Guess we'll never know. I'm gonna go ahead and get this other side going and probably just go ahead and do the next row over. I guess we'll see how we're feeling, because it's only 2 rows. These are the backs of the nuclear power generators. So yeah, we only have 2 rows to do, and then we have the floor right above us. Be good to go. Yeah, I'll have to neaten this up a little bit, but I'll probably do that off camera. I'll try to improve with the next one, because I only need 4 more Yeah, I'm gonna try to improve with the next one. I actually have a better design in mind. So I'm gonna get this pipe to be on top of here. So like that. And then somehow get this pipe up there as well. I think that's gonna actually be pretty beneficial. It might automatically snap. Let's see. Straight, auto 2D, horizontal. Okay, so yeah, that's not gonna work. Damn it. I mean, I can move these out a little bit. So like, do that. And then delete this and this. And then this might work. I mean, it says it's clipping. I don't know. And this one, we can actually go straight. Yeah, see, that's clipping. I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, I'm gonna figure this out because I want it to be neat. So whatever the orientation of these pipes are, so it's 4 stacked. So I want to make these 4 stacked. So I gotta do some messing around with this. This is what I have come up with. And it's nice and symmetrical. And I wish I could do like a blueprint of this, but we're just gonna have to wing it once we get down to the next one. But all I have to do now is simply connect these up. Whoops. Connect these up like so. And we are in business, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. It looks so good. It looks so good. Nice and uniform, nice and neat. Took me forever to figure all this out, and you should have seen how many of these I had out. They were like all over the place, just trying to line stuff up properly. But yeah, I think I'm good. The part that I was kind of worried about is right here. See how it's barely clipping? That's not the issue. I just wanted to make sure it was symmetrical and that this was exactly the angle as that one over there. And I eventually figured it out. So it looks good. I'm actually proud of this. It's gonna look even better once we have like a catwalk up here and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna look pretty sick. All right, on to the next one. So with this one, wait, hold up. I need, I might have messed up. So I need 8 pipes per row. So I need another 8 here. And then I actually need 16 more up there because it's 32. So this is 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Wait, what? That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. To 1, to 2, to 3, to 4, 25. Okay, I see what I did. So I'm going to have to route a little bit more, which actually works out pretty damn well because that means I was doing my 7 times 3 wrong. For some reason, my brain was going to 7 times 4. So I was thinking 28 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 on top, which was bringing me to the total of 32, when in fact it is 25. So this actually works out in our favor. So I'm going to go ahead and pipe these up. But now we're going to have 8, 8, 8, and then we'll need, I don't know, we'll figure that out. Because with the 16 that goes up here, we can do the whole rearranging and making them all nice and neat as we go up. So I'm not too worried about uniform pipes right here, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't, but I'll show you guys what I mean. You guys hear that? Oh, dude, I thought I missed a freaking, hold on. I've got to make sure I'm not sitting on something. Okay. Because when you have the pipe up, listen. It sounds like a power slug. So that tripped me out a little bit, but I'm almost done. I've got all this worked out and just piping. And then we will continue with the next row, and then we'll figure out how we're gonna go up from there. And I think with this, I'm just gonna toss the blueprint down because, oh, just kidding. We're gonna go with the, where is it? Right here. I'm gonna go with this blueprint, and then we'll just delete what we don't use. Easy peasy, but I have to make sure I'm lined up. So hold H, or hit H. Come all the way out here. That is lined up, right? Yep. All right, sick. So we're gonna go about right there, just to get them all over here. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna go like this. Delete all these ones, and then it should be the middle three. So 1, 2, 3. Boom. Easy. Easy. And then I'm just gonna connect all the, and these 8 right here. Whoops. I gotta be careful. It's gonna look a little weird, but I think it'll be all right. I'll probably delete these 2. I don't know. Because I want this to look really good. So, oh, actually, I could just do this. Go like this, and then do like that, and then I guess not delete those. That way, what the hell? What just happened? I wish we could do the supports without the actual pipe section. I guess I could do like this. I wonder if they're like the same. Oh, dude, you can actually snap the belt supports to the pipe supports. That might be useful later. But anyway, I'm gonna pipe the rest of this. I decided to just delete them. Actually, I wonder if I can just go like this. Because I just don't want the, whatchamacallit. Just don't want the pipe support thingies showing, but I still want it to look like it's supposed to be there. And see, this doesn't even line up correctly. Or maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know, but this is what we're gonna do. I have to nudge? Seriously? Okay. That works for me. There. Now it doesn't look like it's just floating there. So that's what we'll do for the rest of them. So I've actually changed my mind. I know it's been like 0.2 seconds, but I'm gonna go ahead and route up some pipes up there. I need 8 pipes. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these 4 top pipes and then somehow get these pipes up there as well. I'm gonna have to do some crazy stuff with that, but I should be able to come up with something pretty good. So if these 2 pipes and these 2 pipes get laid out to stacking, then I can actually take these 4 pipes and get them right here. So what's probably gonna need to happen here is we're probably gonna have to do a platform out, do some floor holes. Yeah, so this is gonna be a little tricky to figure out. I'm gonna try to do that.
1 eternity later.
Look at how cool this looks. It looks kind of chaotic, but it actually lines up perfectly. Everything is straight, everything is nice and uniform. And then now they're all, 4 stacked, and then I can just go up, line it up with everything here. Hopefully replicate this up there. That's gonna be a pain in the ass because in order to reference it, I'm gonna have to fly down here and then use fuel to fly back up because I don't have any power over here. And now that I'm thinking of it, I should probably do that. That way I could use my hover pack. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the way to go. So I'm gonna rig some power up and continue on with this. All right, having power on the ceiling should keep the lines out of the way and me flying. I should probably put some over here. Looks like I'm about to run out. So we'll put this like right there because we're gonna be running floor holes right here. So we're gonna have to keep this platform clear. But all right, I'm gonna continue this, see what I come up with. Okay, that looks freaking cool. Like I said, it looks chaotic, but then it becomes very uniform. Now I need to get it up this way. Shouldn't be too difficult, I hope. That was way easier than I thought that was gonna be. All I did was line up the holes and then literally just piped. I didn't have to do any supports or anything like that. But now the question is, will it pump? I guess I'm gonna have to answer that question by getting a stack right here. So we're gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna go ahead and do up the spikes or the stacks right here. And then we're gonna see if every single, because we can't test it this time like we did with the pumps over there. We're gonna have to just troubleshoot once we fire it all up. Hopefully everything works. But I am going to make this, so we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna go like that. Go H, and then this one's right on the line, and I want to make it even. So we're gonna go with like that. And then we'll do some supports on the bottom, obviously. Actually, because I want to replicate down here. So I have to figure out how to do that. Okay, so yeah, I am going to have to go towards the bottom. Also, if you notice, I did leave some space because we are going to have to belt stuff through here. So that is, wait a minute. That's an output. What the? Oh, it's the waste. It's for the waste. Okay. So waste we'll be doing something a little different with. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. That's so weird that it's coming out that side though. I guess to keep it all on one side and not have anything in the back. I guess that makes sense. I actually kind of like it. If you think about it, it's way better having it like this. That way you don't have to worry about the outputs. I wish everything had all of their outputs on the same side as the inputs. That would actually be pretty sick. But this is what we got. This is what we're working with. But yeah, I did leave some space right here. So we should be good. I could probably do like something like this. Maybe even do something like that. That way we can fit more belts in a more compact area. I don't know though. We'll figure it out when we get there. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that I have left room. I am being conscious about the room that is needed. But we're just gonna go ahead and do a regular stack size, or yeah, stack of pipes right here. That way I can replicate down there instead of immediately coming up high, because that would just mess things up. So we're gonna get this set up and hopefully get this replicated. I don't know how long that's gonna take. Probably forever, but you guys won't have to deal with it. So here we go. But I want to test this before I get everything else situated. So we need to get some pipes or pumps. I would like them all to be right on this level right here. So I'm gonna hit H there. And hopefully this indicator. Oh yeah, baby. Now I have to search or do this for every single one. So, dude, before I figured out there were indicators like this, I was like putting walls and stuff to like count how many foundations or meters it is. And man, if I would have known that this indicator was there the entire time, it would have made life way easier. And they all work. They are all making their way downtown, so to speak. So now I just want to get some power. We'll go ahead and hide it, because we'll probably do power underneath the floors. So I just want to get these going. So this is only 8, so we can use 1 power pole. I'm using Mark 3, 4. I don't remember what mark it is. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, what? No. Did I already? There's no shot I already connected those. Oh, okay. So the bottom one. I've been trying to be so careful with how I'm powering or connecting stuff, because a lot of this stuff, once it's done, it's done. Like, I am not going to be able to do maintenance on stuff without significantly tearing a lot of stuff down. So I've got to be very, very careful while I'm building. But there we go. We're good to go there. So let's go ahead and get this one situated and replicated from down here. All right, everything looks exactly what it looks like down below. I'm gonna go ahead and keep the scaffolding, or like the pipe connectors. I'm gonna delete them after, because the way I've been matching it up is I'll go like this and I'll snap it, hit H, come down, and then when I do like the next row over there, what I'll do is I'll just arrow it over all the way and then go from there. That way I know exactly what the placements are. But this is looking pretty good so far. I do like what is happening. So this is gonna be good. I'm pretty freaking excited. Now we have to get these over here. So wait a minute. So I need 8. Okay, hold on. I gotta delete the ones I don't need. So I don't need these. So that's okay. So these are gonna end up going to this row down here, and then the remaining 8 right here, I will do some crazy stuff with that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the row right here, possibly up there as well, and then we'll go from there and see what else needs to be done, because I would like to start some belting today, but this is actually taking forever. I told you guys this is going to be a multi-episode project. I don't even know how many episodes it's going to take, because even something as simple as piping is taking so long, just for the sheer scale of how big this place is. So I don't know, maybe it's a little overly ambitious, but I'm having fun, and I hope you guys are having fun too. All right, doing these two up was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, but for the most part, everything is the exact same. You can see that is the same as what we just seen up there. So all in all, running pipes was not that hard. I actually, I almost forgot one important thing. Not going to be able to get up there without these. So where do I want them? Probably like right here. Seems like a good spot. But as usual, I need to make sure everything is working properly. It is. So that one's good to go. So what I've been doing is just, you know what? I need to get rid of these because I'm going to be replacing them anyway. And I need the space. All right. So what I've been doing is I have been lining these up, pressing H, and then following it up, making sure it is good to go. All right. So that one's good. Go ahead and do the next one. Reason I'm doing this side first is so, because once I come over here, I can hold control and they snap. So if I do one side first, the others will snap. Like this, line that up. Follow it up. Cool. So that looks good. So we go ahead and, I thought I already had it frozen. Okay, never mind. And the next one, H. All right, it looks like we are solid. All right, sick. Let's go ahead and confirm that. I'm gonna do up the other side, figure out what we're gonna do next. So I was actually thinking of covering these pipes up with like, I don't know, like some walls, some glass walls, because I think that would look pretty sick. Or something like, I don't know. What would look good? Maybe these? Do something like this. Come up. And then... Do I not have glass foundations? Or is it like in architecture or something? Hold up. Hold up. I need to see. I don't have screws? That is insane. That is so hilarious. All right, so we're gonna have to figure that out. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm not sure why my screws, that's really weird, because I'm pretty sure I had them going into, that's the only glass I don't have. I thought they had glass foundations. All right, never mind. That doesn't really look that great. I don't know, I want to do something to make this look like super awesome. But I guess we'll have to wait until after we're done with the entire factory, or at least the bulk of it, because there's still a lot of running of belts and pipes and stuff that we have to do. And we're gonna need a lot of space. Like, these are gonna have output of pipes, so I'm gonna have to run those. Probably gonna have to go up with these. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this because essentially what I want to do is all of these buildings are gonna look like this, and I want it to look kind of like a city, and I think I can do that with the room I have. So all of these are gonna be changed to concrete pillars, and I'm gonna add the windows and all that good stuff. But I want to run all of my pipes and belts first before I do that. That way I'm not interfering with the logistics of it all. But in the next episode, we are going to start running belts from here. So this is going to be a very important belt because this is where all the waste is going to go. And what I have planned for that is we're going down into the swamp. So essentially I'm going to have, I don't know, probably, I would like to have, hold on, let me get my thing back on. I would like to have all of my waste go somewhere where I will never go. So maybe, hold on, I gotta get back up here, put my jetpack back on. So I'm thinking a potential spot for all the waste is going to be out here. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to just do a freaking tower of storage, kind of like my battery storage. I'm just gonna have just a gigantic tower, man. Gigantic tower, and that's where the waste is gonna go. So waste isn't, a lot of people are like afraid of the nuclear waste, but if I was reading correctly, there's actually something you can do with the nuclear waste and like process it into something else, and then you can get rid of that something else. Because the reason we have to do this and like ship it off into the ocean is because you cannot delete nuclear waste. So if we go into here, waste, so uranium waste, you cannot sink these, which kind of sucks. But what we can do is turn it into plutonium pellets or non-fissile, I think that's the word, non-fissile uranium. Well, actually, we'd have to turn it into this first and then put it into plutonium pellets. But I'm pretty sure I can sink this too. Non-fissile medium cannot be used for nuclear fission, however, for particle accelerator. But we're gonna need the particle accelerator anyways, so this can be turned into this and then put into a particle accelerator. I don't know what we're gonna do, at least not for sure. But yeah, in the next episode we are going to start doing some belts, so we'll go back into our Satisfactory modeler and figure out what we need to do there. But pipes for the nuclear power generators are complete, and as far as I know, they are going to work beautifully because everything is calculated perfectly. Now, I know there's going to be an issue with sloshing or sloshing, whatever they call it, but we'll tackle that when we get there. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel way more than you know. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'll have a link for that down in the description, as well as a link to Discord if you feel like joining that. I also stream on Sundays, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on this channel. So if you're on YouTube at that time, feel free to stop in and say what up. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. It really means the world to me. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.